Hyaluronic acid, friend or foe? Today, we're going to be discussing what has become a very common ingredient in skincare, hyaluronic acid. I know this was a trending topic a while back, but I thought a friendly reminder could be good, especially since companies are still adding hyaluronic acid to more and more products. You could be using more of this ingredient than you realize. I've noticed this popping up in foundations that were labeled as hydrating. I'll put some of the names in the description box for different ingredients because they do vary based on what type of hyaluronic acid was used. So be sure to check the description box to know what to look for on the ingredient list. But before I go too much further, let me briefly explain what hyaluronic acid even is, just in case you missed it. So humans naturally produce hyaluronic acid. It's mostly found in your eyes, joints, and your skin. It's part of what helps keep things nice and plump, moist, and lubricated. Specifically for the skin, the benefits are an increase in flexibility and moisture. So it helps plump up the skin, reducing the appearance of fine lines. That's why it's so popular in skincare. And of course, like most wonderful things in the human body, we produce less and less and less hyaluronic acid as we age. The good news is you can supplement your body's hyaluronic acid. There are numerous ways to do this, and we'll start with some of the options outside of skincare. You can consume hyaluronic acid with either some powder or drops that you mix into a drink, or you can take a pill. One of the main reasons to ingest is it helps with arthritis, or if you have like general all over skin dryness. Next, we have injections. For joint pain from arthritis, they can really do wonders. As we age, the hyaluronic acid in our joints diminishes as well, so it doesn't just cause wrinkles. If you've ever heard like your Uncle Ed getting a cushioning agent injected or seen commercials on TV for like a cushioning agent, this was likely hyaluronic acid. I mean, it's really great because it can help people avoid surgery or just at least delay it for a while. Another type of injection that is popular is cosmetic filler. So we've all seen lip injections, like plumping up the lips, filling the eye trough, all those things like Juvederm, Restylane, I think there's other brands. It's mostly hyaluronic acid. The filler is also made up of collagen and some other proprietary ingredients. Now those are higher weight hyaluronic acids used in the injections, so like the big molecules. The high weight is good because you're trying to cushion joints, like your bones from rubbing against each other. You want it nice and thick and gel-like. Also for your filler, like you don't want it migrating or moving anywhere, so you want that to be a nice thick gel that will stay in place. What we have in skincare is a low weight version. Otherwise, the molecule is just too big, it sits on top of your skin, it just draws moisture away from your skin then. It's not a good scene. So there's varying weights within the skincare. So they've got like little molecules, tiny molecules, super tiny molecules. And that just means how deeply they'll penetrate into your skin. And this, my friends, is where things can go sideways. So now that we know hyaluronic acid is in a bunch of different things, like a lot more I haven't even mentioned yet, like it's in nasal sprays, personal lubricants, eye drops, wound care, bladder pain treatment, just all sorts of stuff. So since it's widely researched, widely used, and generally considered safe, like even pregnant or nursing women can use this. How does it get such a bad reputation in skincare? Well, like most things, some people just don't tolerate it well. Through supplementation, either through ingesting it, putting it on their skin. Like it's even listed as a potential side effect. So like, the cushioning agent for your joints, listed as a potential side effect that it can cause more inflammation in certain patients. So some people are just unlucky. But for other people who've used hyaluronic acid without issue for years, it could just be a matter of quantity. So some skincare now has nanoparticles. So even if these smaller hyaluronic acid particles that were going into the first layer or two of your skin, if you were fine with that, these newer nanoparticles that get even further, maybe your skin just doesn't like that. Also, at some point it's in serums, moisturizers, foundations, lip gloss. Your skin can only get so plump before it's being like uncomfortably stretched. Like if you eat too big of a meal, your stomach gets all distended. If you load your skin up with these different weighted hyaluronic acid molecules at different levels, you're properly hydrated, you're misting your face, and you could just have too much of it. Hyaluronic acid is kind of crazy. Not only can it hold 1,000 times its weight in water, it needs to hold 1,000 times its weight in water. So it's gonna start pulling that water from wherever it can get it. Hopefully you're drinking plenty of water, so the deeper skin tissue, is pulling, as it pulls hydration out, you're drinking more water, that's being replenished and it's not a problem. And if you're in a dry climate, it can't get it out of the air, you're not drinking enough water, you can get in trouble from that because it's trying to find water to hold on to. And if you're not drinking it, it gets kind of angry. All right, so now that we know you can have too much of a good thing and you can have not enough hydration, let's just figure out how to optimize use of hyaluronic acid because it really is an amazing ingredient. So drink your water. I know we hear drink your water from a billion different sources for all kinds of different reasons, but seriously, just drink it. Also, you're going to want to mist your face before you put on any serum or moisturizer or product with hyaluronic acid. And then you're going to want to seal that in. So step 1, you're going to want to mist your face. Now, if you have high quality tap water, and you can just splash the water on your face, fill up a spray bottle that has a nice fine mister. Maybe if you've gone through a bottle that's refillable, you can refill it with your tap water. That's awesome. But if you live somewhere where maybe your water isn't quite as nice, then you're gonna wanna use a misting can of water, basically. My favorite that I love to use in the mornings is the Caudalie grape water. And in the evenings, I'll use BioElements Power Peptide Spray. Now, I don't intentionally use hyaluronic acid in the evenings, but since it's been included in so many products, I just mist for safety. And I have dry skin, so why not just mist the face a little bit? Maybe I washed my face, putzed around a little bit when I go to actually put on the serum and the moisturizer. A few extra peptides can't hurt, so just mist it on. This first step where you want to dampen your face, if you use an essence, that can come in really handy and it can, fill that job role. Now, if you're like me, by the time I wash my face, because I'll do that in the bathroom and then I do my skincare in a different room because I don't like to store my skincare in the bathroom for all the reasons, it's too warm, moist, they live longer somewhere else. So sometimes by the time I get to my other space for skincare, when I put the essence on, my skin just sucks it all up and then I need to also mist my face. I have problems. We all have problems, but yeah. That's just step 1. So you want to dampen your skin by however you find that to be the most convenient for you. Now, step 2, you can apply your serum or your moisturizer, or whichever ingredient it is that contains the hyaluronic acid. You're putting this on your nice damp skin. Now at this point, I usually like to give my skin a minute or 2 to absorb the serum or the moisturizer, and then I'll lightly mist my face again before the most important, well, they're all important, the very important 3rd step, sealing it all in. Now, if you're doing this in the morning, most likely your makeup, your sunscreen, the BB cream, foundation, whatever it is doing this step for you, so you're in good shape. But if you're staying around the house, not putting on any extra moisturizer, any of that stuff, then you're gonna wanna use just a really rich cream, either something with glycerin or dimethicone or something to really lock it in there. So I personally have trouble with dimethicone, but that is a great ingredient. Use what works for yourself, but make sure you are somehow sealing in that moisture with the hyaluronic acid. Now, I personally only intentionally use hyaluronic acid in the morning. Now, lots of products have it, so by saying intentionally, I mean a dedicated serum where hyaluronic acid's the main character, right? I might be using it in other products, there's some foundations. Again, it's still in the morning, so that's fine, but in the evening, I don't know. But I'm not really focused on using hyaluronic acid in the evenings because its main job is really just to plump up your skin and minimize fine lines. Now, hopefully no one is staring at me while I sleep. So for a nighttime routine, I prefer something with more ceramides, vitamins, peptides, those sorts of great ingredients for the evening time when your skin is repairing itself. My favorite hyaluronic acid for that daytime plumping effect to get rid of those fine lines is the Volition Snow Mushroom Serum. Now, I did get the Dr. Barbara Sturm serum. I don't know if you saw Vlogmas, but I got a couple of her serums. I haven't had them for very long, and that is a pretty high price point, so I don't know if I'm comfortable saying I recommend them to other people yet, but I love that Volition Snow Mushroom Serum. Misting throughout the day is nice as well. I found that it helps keep the plumping effect in full force. Avene has like these really nice little bottles of water mist, and the Avene is really nice because it has like some trace minerals, silica, just some beneficial ingredients for your skin. So I keep one at my desk all year for the plumping effect in the winter and for a nice refreshing mist of cool water in the summer. I have also been loving a hyaluronic acid serum for my body. Now, I don't use it everywhere because that might be a little extreme, but I do use it on my lower legs. So like from the knee down, like my shin, calf area. I do mist my skin again with the Avene, and then I put on the hyaluronic acid serum, and then I seal it in with a really rich moisturizer like the Creme de Corps from Kiehl's. It feels a little extra to get out of the shower and do all that, but it has done such a good job at keeping away like that winter dry itchy skin. Like I'm gonna be a little extra and keep doing this. Hopefully this hasn't steered you away from hyaluronic acid. It really is a wonderful ingredient, and if you use it in moderation and you work with it, it's gonna be great. I mean, it's kind of like going to Starbucks and you walk out with an empty cup. Like you have something to hold the coffee, but you didn't get the coffee. It's like hyaluronic acid. It's something to hold the water, but unless you give it water to hold, you're not really getting the benefit. So if you found this video useful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up to let me know. Let me know in the comments if you found wonderful uses for hyaluronic acid, or if maybe you're one of the people who just can't use it, you're super frustrated because it's popping up everywhere. Sorry, I feel your pain. Dimethicone's everywhere. We're in this together. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.